Hey guys, Zakh here and welcome back to Salem. That's right, it's been quite some time before I've played Salem, and it must be at least a year, maybe 2 years since I've done Salem on my channel. But they recently had a big update and a complete wipe. So as you can see here, I gotta create a new character and everything. And oh, I can't talk to this guy. But the game has been updated and there's been a number of changes, though essentially from what I can tell, the game is still pretty much the same. But let's go ahead and create a new character regardless, and let's see what the game is like in its state today. Now, let's go ahead and randomize a character here. This doesn't really matter too much. I'm gonna go for a male character. As you can see here, the tutorial is still going here. It says learn the skill childish things, so let's go ahead and do that. This is the skill screen still looks pretty much the same. Gonna go ahead and learn that skill. There we go. Investigate the chest, and let's grab this stuff and equip it. And basically what I'm going to be doing here is just having a quick look back into the game to see if anything has really changed so far. So what I'm going to be doing here is starting up a new game, and this can act as a kind of tutorial to see how you want to if you're trying to learn the game for the first time and you're looking into it. And I'm going to go for, what kind of haircut should I go for? Something that looks a little serious. Yeah, okay, I'm going to go for that. And over here I can change my mustache. What should I go for? That looks weird. No, too much. Something evil looking like that, yes. And I'm gonna stick to the red hair here. This will allow you to change your hair color. As you can see, there's a few to choose from, same as last time, but I'm gonna stick to red because I like it like that. And now give the captain your name. Here's the captain here, old grey face, and of course I am GamerZakh. And in case this is probably the most confusing part of the actual game, there's no accept button here. You have to press enter. I'm GamerZakh. There you go. So I have already changed my appearance at the barber's, so then you just right-click on the boat. Again, if you're not too sure if you're supposed to do that, you right-click on the boat and you can go ahead and choose the server. Now, what I have heard and read is that they have decreased the number of servers back down to 1, because one of the reasons for the wipe was because that they needed to re-implement their map generation system. So they're back down to 1 server, 1 map, and it's completely redone. And here's Providence, and not too different from before, but there are some official vendors here where this is the standard store which you could normally buy and sell things like before. Let's do that again. So you can buy all of these things here. Some of these things are ridiculously expensive. 2,500 for a town. Okay, that's not too bad. If you want to start a town, it should be pretty expensive. But there are a couple of these extra vendors. Now, as far as I can tell, the game is still considered beta. It is not going to be officially released until sometime later this year. But honestly, I still think it's got a long way to go. I mean, there's still not any sounds. I mean, what I'm going to do is for your pleasure, I'm going to be putting in my own sound effects, but currently the sound effects are still pretty much limited to the coin sounds and some of those guitar sounds, and still kind of limited in that regard. Now, moving on with the tutorial, let's get this game started. I have to speak to the wilderness guide. Oh, you can actually click on it. And yes, so I can talk to this guy. Now, the smart thing to do would be to wander around this area and try to level up your skills, because as you can see, I need to get survival skills, which requires a few things here. But one feature which I absolutely love, which I'm not sure when they implemented this because I haven't played for a while, but I'm gonna go use the wilderness guide, and he puts you in a random location throughout the world. Now, when you're looking for a place to live, it's gonna be quite difficult to pick a safe place. So first let's press OK here, and he's gonna drop you into a random location throughout the world. And as you can see here, it says, does this spot seem agreeable to you? And you can try again to find a better location. Now, up to 4 more locations, but if you hit the last one, then you're stuck with that. So when you are looking for a place to live, you're looking for a few things. First of all, you need to be in the area of multiple biomes and possibly water. So just looking at this at the get-go, there's 3 biomes here. It looks like grassland, red forest, and dark forest, but there's no water, and a few other things you're looking for are limestone and stuff like that. And this terrain looks a little rough. I think we can do better. So let's try again, find another location. This looks absolutely horrible. This looks like some kind of desert biome. There's a forest biome up there. Oh no, this is kind of an arid biome. Desert biomes further south, like that. So this looks absolutely terrible. I don't want to be here. This is just a rocky wasteland. So no. And also one important point about finding a place to live is you don't want to be near other people because, you know, they could always kill you. Now, this looks a bit better. Looks like we got water, grassland, red forest, and dark forest. Grassland on 2 sides. So this is actually looking pretty good for a starting location. And relatively flat, as you can see. There's not too many cliffs around here. So I might want to stick with this one. And should I? I can go for 2 more. Okay. Just to show you more of the landscape, I'm gonna click try again. I can always wander around and find a better place to live anyway. So I got 2 more places. So I'm gonna pick, if the next one's okay, I'm gonna go for that. If not, I'm press try again. Hopefully it doesn't dump me in the desert somewhere. So let's have a look at another location. This is worse than before. As you can see, it's just 1 biome, big forest. So hopefully the next one is gonna be better than this. There is a bit of limestone here, but that's not worth staying here. Let's try again. And this is, I suppose, well, I'm gonna have to stick with it, but this is okay. As you can see, we got grassland, dark forest, but we don't have red forest on the get-go. Hopefully there's one nearby, but meanwhile, we can just go ahead and grab some of this stuff right off the map. You can just right-click and pick it up from there. Now, this has been implemented for a while. Just so you know, I'm not using any special modded client on this little playthrough I have here. This is just a quick look back into the game to see if you guys want to see more of this and just to see how the game, what it's like in its current state. Let's go ahead and grab this mushroom here as well. And basically what we're looking for is to get something that can level up our skills here enough so we can buy survival skills. So let's see, can this chestnut do it? It can. So what I can do is I can study this chestnut, which is gonna boost this up over time, and it costs inspiration now. This is a new function. I think this is to kind of limit... Oh, can we just go ahead and buy this now? Oh, we can! Oh, that's how the new feature works. So instead of waiting for the bars to go up, it just straight away drains your black bile, and it drains this inspiration rate. So this level here. So I got like 207,000. So this kind of limits how much you can level up in one go, but this does massively increase the game's speed overall, just in terms of leveling, because what I had to do before, again, I don't know when they made this change, but what you had to do before was to study something and then just wait for the bar to slowly creep up, and then you could buy the skill you want. But in this case, it's just instantaneous, which is fantastic. But again, there's a lot more to do. Can we cross this water? Oh, in case you haven't noticed, the quality of the water is actually much better. It's actually got, you can see there's rippling effects, and it looks like water now, which is great. So, looking around here, there's not too much going on. There's a few more chestnuts here. We can go ahead and grab those. But generally, a lot of people have been telling me that my old tutorials no longer apply because so much of the game has changed that it's just so different and just none of them work. So I might agree with you on that for some of the combat tutorials. The combat tutorials definitely are outdated, but generally speaking, this game, the Salem in its current state doesn't seem to have changed all that much. Meanwhile, let's have a look. What should I get next? Self-defense, colonial tradesmanship. Can I get this? I can, but I gotta study 2 chestnuts. How about foraging? If I study this, can I get foraging? No. I need mines and mountains for that. Yeah. So basically, if you want to know how any of these systems work, not much has changed since before. So you can just look up my old tutorials on that. I'll probably put a link in the description to the playlist. let's see. Let's try get colonial tradesmanship. I gotta study this. So is it... It's an instantaneous drain here and instantaneous boost up there. So now I shouldn't be able to study this because it will require more black bile than I have. Oh no, I can do it. So basically now, as you can see, these bars are green, which these new animations are great. It's a little clearer, though the interface does still have a long way to go. But basically, if you fill up a bar like this, you can actually increase the max of these, because some of these things will require higher than what your max is. So let's go ahead and get colonial tradesmanship here. I'm gonna buy that. There we go. And it unlocks more stuff. Fishing, literacy. As you can see here, the max, it needs 750 faith and wisdom, but faith and wisdom, my max is 500. So you actually got to level up these proficiencies first before you can actually learn this skill. So there we go. This cap of... this doesn't seem to be reducing all that much. So I got plenty of inspiration. But now my black bile's rather low. Let's eat this mushroom. And that does still take some time to boost up. And as you can see here, 17 minutes left at present rate. Oh, that just jumped up a bit. Let's have a look. What does this mean? 17 minutes of what? Shroom poisoning is caused by imbibing more or less poisonous mushrooms. The effects temporarily reduce your maximum amount of bodily humors. The effects can usually be prevented by boiling the mushroom properly before eating them or using them in other cooking. So, as you can see, my max has all been dropped to 4.9 when it used to be 5 by default, though my black bile has restored quite nicely. So, the game does have a lot of nice little changes. Essentially, the game is still the same, and not much has changed. I mean, even certain things which are nicer are, for example, the indicator to go back to your homestead has a nice little graphic now, but things like this 17 minutes left of mushroom poisoning. It makes sense, it's nice, I like it, and it's just generally more of a complete game, though I would still say it's got a long way to go. Now, let's have a look at some of the stuff over here. There should be a lot more... Ooh, pave. You can actually pave the road. Oh, there we go. Doesn't require... Oh, I used my flint stone or something like that and just paved the road there. And it took some of my... what did it take there? Phlegm, is it? Black bile? Sometimes it's hard to tell. So the green one is black bile. The red is blood. My phlegm is the black one. And the green one is yellow bile. Okay, so the colors are a bit confusing. I would swap phlegm and black bile colors. I would put the green up there and the black down. I'm not sure why black bile is not black and why phlegm is black and not green. It's a bit strange. But I put a bit of pavement down. Looks kind of nice. What else? Let's see. What can we build? Anything new here? Fireplace, that's standard. Does it take any resources? Can I just place it down? It takes 10 stone. Oh, okay. I don't have 10 stone. Never mind about that. Containers, woven basket. Pile of wood for no reason. Let's see. We can craft. Let's see. Anything new here? Hay bales. I'm not sure why hay bales is under boots and shoes. Tools and weapons. Torch and axe. These are just the basic stuff which I've just recently unlocked. I'm just quickly having a look if there's anything new. But generally it looks pretty much the same. Rock maracas, grass whistles, strawman. These are all the same as before. Nine men's Morris. Miscellaneous tools, clay pot. Clay pot's new, I think. At some peril of cracking, clay pots can be fired in a normal fireplace. Okay. Tinder drill. What else we got? Processing materials. Hey. Okay, so starting out the game seems pretty much the same as before. We got some emotes. I can wave now. I'm not sure why I couldn't wave before. It took me... I actually had to learn the skill, survival skills, before I could learn how to wave. I guess being friendly is kind of a survival skill of sorts. There you go, waving, no problem. But don't know why you start with laugh though. Laughing is just no problem there. You start with laugh. Oh, you could just stand there. Just stand there. No, it's still laughing. Okay. But let's see, what else? Generally, the game is looking okay. I just wanted to pop back in to see how it ran, and I do know there's a few new biomes, a few new creatures going around. Let's travel back to Boston, and I'm gonna explore around here because it's a safe place to walk around without getting killed. As you can see, there's quite a few different looks and styles going on here in the town, and it is still populated. There are still things going on. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk over this way, and I'm going to scour the beach for something new. There's a few new creatures I do know. I've seen some spiders, like giant spiders, and I've seen frogs as well, which it's quite interesting. There's this little chessboard thing over here. I'm not sure. It's not quite a chessboard. Does it have enough tiles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is a chessboard. Okay. So you could play chess there if you like, if that's something that you could possibly do. Maybe they'll put an in-game chess system. I know some multiplayer games on their online servers, you could actually have chess going on in-game. That's always a nice game to play, to spend some time or socialize or things like that. But generally, the game looks pretty much the same. Though it is better, it's still got a long ways to go, and it's still gonna be pretty much the same game as before. I mean, it's gonna take a while to get there. What is that? Let's go pick that up. Is that seaweed? Not too sure. But I have seen some new biomes. I've seen it's not a swamp biome, it's more like a... what is that? Is that seaweed? Is it a kind of grass? I'm going for the rock there. No, what is this? As you can see, there are new 3D models. So this is a new graphic for... it is seaweed. Okay, good. So there's new graphics, new models. The one thing I would love to see is... let's open this. Now be careful when opening these things. It can release a snake, an old log. No, nothing there. One thing I would love to see about Salem are them allowing and supporting graphical mods. Here's what I was looking for. There's a bunch of frogs over this way. And this is a nice symbol of something that's rather new. See these frogs here? Okay, I'm not sure what you can do with them, but you can just right-click them to pick them up, kind of like tumbleweeds, and you get a frog. 0% pure. I'm not sure what you can do with it. I can't right-click it. Maybe it's an ingredient in something. But I just wanted to make this video to show you that they are still working on the game. Development is still slow because I think there's still only like 2 guys working on the game. But it is still going. It's not dead. And if you'd like to check it out, it is free to play. There is a kind of monetization system that's been implemented in terms of buying silver. And they have a shop. You can see here, buy silver, buttons there. But I just wanted to have a look at this and ask you guys what you think. I mean, if you want me to create a few more videos in this, do leave a comment down below in terms of what exactly you're hoping to see, because quite a few of you have been asking about Salem, and I'm not sure why you're coming back to it now, because I haven't touched Salem for a long time, and Salem has still been going. This is a swamp biome. Yeah, some of the graphics are different, so it's a bit hard to tell, but you can see there's a bunch of new 3D models as well. So the game is looking good. So let me know down in the comments if you'd like to see more Salem. Please tell me what exactly you're looking for, because some people have been telling me the old tutorials have not been as useful, but generally it looks pretty much like the same game as when I left it last. Hopefully the game does get a full release this year though, in a much more complete state, because if Salem actually is completed to match, I'm sure, what they're envisioning, it's gonna be absolutely amazing. Alright, so that's it for now. Just wanted to show you guys Salem in case you haven't seen it. Though I do have to warn you, if you go download the game and you have to run it in, if you download and update your new Java, you have to kind of lower the Java's default security settings, because the game by default is now blocked by Java security settings because it says it's not a safe software to run. So there's tutorials on how to do that on the actual Salem forums. Alright, I'm gonna end this video here. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.